Hello and welcome to Cooking with Marjorie. It's a horrible day here, raining and cold and, miserable winter day. So I'm going to make a quick sort of tomato vegetable soup. I went to my sister's this week and she made this soup, so I'm stealing her recipe. Hi KG. It probably isn't identical to her, but I sort of watched as she did it, and so I'm doing my own version. I hope it'll be as good as hers. So I've got it's just Nick and I here today, so I'm just going to do it enough for two of us. I've got a big onion here, and I think I'll just do half of it. So I'm just chopping it up roughly. Oops, right, and then I'm going to put, I've got a pan here, let's just turn this on to medium, and I'm going to put a knob of butter and a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm going to gently fry my onion, sweat my onion, I think is the official term. Right, so when I say knob, so it's just, a little bit of butter. Obviously, if you're vegan and don't want to put butter, you don't need to. You can just use some sunflower or vegetable oil or olive oil. I'm putting in a couple of teaspoonfuls worth of olive oil as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to add my onion, sweat it. Into my pan. What's so wonderful about soup is it's incredibly flexible. So you just use what you have and you can make a really nutritious, delicious meal very quickly and simply. Right, I'm going to get I've got a nice big clove of garlic here, and I'm going to chop this clove of garlic up very small as well. And I'll use this knife, and I'll add that to my onion a little bit. Once the onion sort of has had a few minutes to sweat. Okay, so let's just... Ooh, this garlic clove's a bit not completely great, so there we are. Okay, so I'm just going to roughly chop my garlic. Again, if you haven't got any garlic, don't use it. Or if you don't like garlic, don't use it, but it does add a depth of flavour that I think is yummy and yummy. Right, okay, that's mine. Garlic ready and waiting. The other thing that I'm going to use as the base for my soup are some pancetta tubes. Now, how many grams have I got here? I don't know. About 50 grams worth. Frankly, you could just use some bacon, 2 rashers of bacon probably for 2 of you. Again, if you're vegetarian or vegan, then just omit the bacon, it's not a big deal. But as far as I'm concerned, it does add quite a lot of flavour. The other ingredients I've got is a tin of tomatoes, chopped tomatoes. I can hear our little dog, Mad Woody. Here we are. Right. So if there are so for 2 of you, 1 can is plenty. If you want to double it up, then just have 2 cans of tomato. Well, I can hear my onions beginning to sizzle, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a stir. And actually, I'm going to now add in, I know they haven't really sweated off, but I'm going to add in my pancetta cubes as well now to get that flavour going. Give that a bit of a stir. I haven't done a cooking with Marjorie for ages, I don't know why. The summer seems to have vanished, but now it's winter, and then I start liking to cook hearty meals again. And there's something very cheery about soup in the winter. Now for this soup, I've got some really nice cannellini here, I think. But you can use kale, you can use, in fact when I was at my sister's, she had some watercress and rocket in the fridge, which she used instead. It was absolutely delicious. I mustn't forget to add my garlic this time. Okay, so let's just add that chopped garlic in as well. There we go. So this is a little bit like a minestrone, I guess, and if you wanted it to be a minestrone or a, you know, you can add all sorts of vegetables to this. You could add, I've got a carrot here, which I was thinking about, but actually I'm going to stick to Katie's, the recipe Katie, that I saw Katie, my sister, do. I'm just going to cut up my greens here, ready to go in. I don't know that. And she also added some chickpeas, so I've got a tin here of chickpeas. I'm just going to, oh, what are these chickpeas? What have I got here? Oh, I've got cannellini beans, not chickpeas, but whatever. If you want to add a little bit more depth or substance to your soup, then some beans are great. And these tins are just so easy to use, I think. You know, it just makes the whole using beans miles easier than all the soaking and everything. Although obviously, if you buy the dried beans and soak them overnight, and all the rest of it, it's miles cheaper. Right, so just give this a stir around. You don't want it to cook too, you don't want to brown your onion at all. But you do want to get all the flavour, particularly out of your bacon or pancetta. Okay. Lovely smells coming up of that. So I'm just going to wait a bit more. Now I've got some chicken stock. So again, you can use vegetable stock, you can use water. I just, you know, you just get more flavour from a chicken stock. And particularly in the winter when it's, you know, chicken stock's so fantastic. Right, actually, shall I have my cannellini beans now? I think I will. So, just gonna, I've got some here. I'm gonna just add a big spoonful of these beans, which will just make it much more substantial soup. So I'll just add a spoon to that. There we go, and give that a stir around so they begin to get some of that flavour from the onions and the bacon and the garlic. Yum. Now I'm going to add my tin of tomatoes. And then I'm going to add the equivalent amount of stock. So I'm just going to pour the stock into the can and add that in. And what I find with soup, particularly when you've added pancetta and things like that, that gives you some saltiness, that I season it after I've cooked it, so I'll taste it, see if it needs salt and pepper once it's all basically finished. Now I'm just going to let that cook, come up to a simmer, and I'm going to simmer that just for 5 minutes or so before I add my greens. I'm just going to have a quick taste. See what it's like. My onions are a little bit crunchy. I should probably have sweated them for a bit longer. So that's a good lesson. You really should sweat your onions for a good 5 minutes, and I was in a rush, so I didn't. But it does taste nice, it's got a very good taste. So I'm just going to leave that now to simmer. I think I'm going to let it simmer for 15 minutes so that those onions soften maybe in the tomatoes. And then we'll come back and we'll add the greens. Hello, right, back again. And it hasn't actually been 15 minutes, but I've tasted my soup and it's absolutely delicious and ready. Well ready for my greens here to go in. So I'm just doing a handful. This recipe is to be, you know, you just adapt it. But anyway, I'm going to put in a handful of greens into my soup. Just give that a bit of a stir. Oh, it's looking really yummy. Right, I'm looking at the quantities there, and I think it just could do with a tiny bit more of the green, just to balance it up. So I'm just going to add in a little bit more. Also, I do love this cannellini, so let's add that all in. Right, yummy, yummy, yum. Okay, here we go. Give that a stir. And then what you're going to do is when you're eating your soup, I like to have, again, just like Mediterranean, some grated parmesan on the top. So I'm just going to grate some ready to serve on top of the soup. So that would be perfect. And it's just what I feel like today. It's terribly grey and miserable outside, so this will cheer us up. Taste delicious and be good for us. Right, there we go. That's plenty of cheese. Okay, so I'm just going to have another quick taste of my soup. See how those greens are cooking. They probably need a bit longer. So a little taste here of everything all together. Hot, hot, hot. Oh, so good. Absolutely delicious. My greens are still a bit crunchy though, so sorry. Full mouth. And it does need some pepper, but it doesn't need any salt. I'm just going to put in a few turns of pepper. Now, often with a tomato soup I would add basil or something, but because of the taste from this delicious cabbage or green or whatever you're putting in, I don't think you need it, so I wouldn't bother. Okay, so it will be ready, I should think, in about 2 or 3 minutes, so we'll try it then. Right, so I reckon it's ready, and as you can see, that soup has taken me hardly any time, and it's incredibly good value and good for you and delicious. So what is not to like on this cold, miserable day? Right, I'll just turn this all off. There we go. Okay, so I've got some nice bowls here, and we will have this really hearty soup full of good things. It really does taste delicious. I don't know if you can see, I will take a picture to put on the end. Okay, and then I'm just going to top that with some Parmesan cheese, and then you're ready to enjoy it.